Hello YouTube! If you have followed some of my earlier videos on how to create your own checkbook register in Excel, I want to show you how to further enhance that checkbook by adding simple bank statement reconciliation. In this video, we'll add a column called REC for Reconcile and a new formula that shows your cleared balance. With these changes, you can easily make sure that your checkbook spreadsheet is an accurate match with your bank's website. So if you're ready, get your checkbook register spreadsheet opened up and follow along. This first register spreadsheet will be the sample that I'll work on to customize and add those changes to it. So one of the first things that I want to do is add that new column for REC for Reconcile. So what I'll do is I'll point my mouse at the H column, do a right click and tell it to insert a new column, and then click there where it says column 1 and just type in REC, short for Reconcile. Now we don't need this column to be very wide, so I think I'll just go ahead and make it a little bit more narrow as well. Now, because I did this insert right after the balance column, Excel likes to carry over the formatting of the column just before it. So you might notice that when my cursor is here, it's using the currency for the number format. So I'm going to click up there, and actually I want to select that whole column. So I'm going to get my mouse right above the letters REC where I see that black arrow. Click on that to select that entire column, and tell it to go with general, just no specific format, just plain old general. Now, the intent will be that we'll want to be able to just use like the letter R or the letter X, really any single letter for matching or marking entries as being reconciled. And in this case, I think I'd rather have those letters be centered. So I am just going to highlight that entire column there and choose the center alignment so it looks better. Okay, next, I want to have the formula for cleared balance show up right underneath of current balance. So I want to add another blank line above my column headings. So I'm going to do a right click on that row 2 and choose insert to insert another row. And now in my case, I happen to have this stray little line there that comes from the border functionality. So I'm just going to click there and go to this and choose the option for no border to make sure that line goes away. Likely you won't have that happen on yours, but just in case you do, that's how to quickly clear that out. Now next, I want to have the phrase cleared balance appear. So I'm in the F column and I'm going to just type in cleared balance with a colon on the end. Now after adding this second row, you might decide to change your colors. I'm finding that I see this mix of color combination to be a bit weird. So I think I actually will just highlight all of that, maybe just keep it to be one standard color, something very light. And then, of course, now that my background is a light color, my last check number is not showing up. So I think I would like that to be, something a little darker. Maybe this again, just same old black color. But I'll go ahead and make that change as well. Now the formula that will do the magic for us will be Excel's function called SUMIF. So the SUMIF function will look at a condition that we give it and then only total up the values in the column if that condition is a match. So we're going to start to compose that formula. So again, we want to make sure that we're in the G2 cell, or at least in my case, it's the G2 cell. And up here in the formula bar, I'll click my mouse up there and just start to type in the equal sign and then SUMIF. And I can either press the tab key or the open parenthesis. Hitting the tab key just automatically types in that open parenthesis for me. The first thing it wants is the range. So what range will it be looking at to go with our criteria? So we want it to look at this reconcile column. And so it's important as to how we click on that. So when your mouse is just above the REC, you should see that black down arrow. That's what we want. So I'm going to click, and it's now highlighting that REC column. In fact, our notation has register 24 and then in brackets REC. Now I need to type a comma, and so now Excel is ready for my criteria. My criteria is the quote mark, question mark, quote mark. So the question mark is a wildcard symbol, and we're telling Excel just to look for any single character. If you see any single character in that cell, that is a match. So next we want to do a comma, and then we're going to tell it, well, what range do we want it to sum up? and we're going to have it sum up the deposit column. And next, we can do close parenthesis to complete this particular formula. In fact, I'll go ahead and hit the Enter key so we can see some examples of this. So now when I put in any single character into that cell, my cleared balance is now being populated. So if I do that to another deposit entry, we'll see this formula compute. Now we're not done yet because right now it's not considering any of the withdrawals. So if I mark a withdrawal, we don't have a change in there. So we're going to click the mouse back up there at the top and click once at the end to get our cursor up there. We need to add in a minus sign, and we're going to do another sum if statement. So I'm going to type in sum if, hit my tab key or the open parenthesis. And once again, it wants to know the range. So this is going to be almost identical to the last time. This time, again, the range is the REC column. So again, just make sure you're clicking right above the letters REC. And then we type in a comma, quote, question mark, quote, comma, and this time we wanted to consider the withdrawal column. So I'm going to get my mouse just above the word withdrawal, click, and it's now populated in that registers withdrawal column, and then close it with the parentheses. So what is this formula saying? It's saying to look at the reconcile column. If there's a single character there, then go ahead and total up what's in the deposit column, and then we want it to subtract the same sort of a thing but withdrawals. So I'll go ahead and hit my Enter key, and I now have my clear balance is now going to start recognizing when I mark those withdrawals as being reconciled or match with my bank statement. Now here's another important change we need to make. Because our cleared balance is only looking at withdrawal and balance columns, we no longer want to be putting our opening balance in this balance cell. Instead, we want to put it in the deposit column. So I'm going to go ahead and put my 2,000 over there and put a 0 for that starting balance. So I still have the same end result for my numbers, but it is, again, important that your opening balance now go into the deposit column, not in the balance column. So as an example of what you might experience, and of course I have transactions that are dated way back in 2024, but let's say that my bank's ending balance for the month of November is $1,756. So as I continue to reconcile those values right there, I now have a match. My cleared balance is matching with my bank statement, as my fictitious example of 1756 says. Okay, so that's a real quick example of how to add reconciliation. Again, any letter you put in there will work. It could be a letter X. So just whatever letter you would like to use to mark or flag your transactions as reconciled. Now, a lot of you have found that building your own checkbook register spreadsheet has been very rewarding, and I do want to make mention that on my website I do have some very advanced checkbook register spreadsheets available for download. This is an example of one of the recent checkbook register spreadsheets for home use, which does have that same kind of a cleared balance formula there, but also some additional functionality that you can click a button here and then see things like the total withdrawals not cleared, total with deposits not cleared, what the difference is, and you can have a entry for what your bank's ending date, statement ending balance is, and then with a simple click of the button, you can have it just check mark all of those rows. So again, that's available download on my website. But again, I hope you find that building your own checkbook register spreadsheet can be a lot of fun. So thank you for watching.